Now, every time I do a Crazy Taxi related video, I have to do this impression. So it's only fitting, since this SEGA Heroes video is about the Crazy Taxi characters that have been released. Allow me to do an appropriate intro to this video. Be ready. Okay, I'm happy with that. Hey, come on over and let's play some SEGA Heroes. Hey everybody, Genesis7 here, bringing you another SEGA Heroes video. And of course, like I said, we are going to be talking and looking at the Crazy Taxi characters. Wow, that was a bit of a mouthful, wasn't it? We're going to be talking about the Crazy Taxi characters that have been released over the past couple of months. Now, you're probably thinking, Jen, why have you not been covering this as and when they came out? Well, each time I planned to make the video, the next character came out, and it came to the point where Gina had been released, and I was like, well, I might as well just cover all four at the same time. And then we had the Beep Beep event before Axel was available to us, and I was thinking, oh, shall I do it now? And I just decided to wait. They're all here now. I have everyone except BD Joe. Anyone that has BD Joe, please let me know in the comment section below. But I do have some footage of his attacks, so as and when we go through their statistics and their characteristics, you'll see that footage in there. So it's essentially an overview video, a review of these characters, if they're worth to have in your roster or not. Obviously you can use them in the Beyondering, and you can use them also in any of the events that are on during the week. Now you're probably also saying, Jen, there's been an update that's been released that allows you to use more characters in the events. I'll be covering that in tomorrow's video. I'm going to record it straight after this, but I wanted to do two separate videos, Crazy Taxi and the latest update. So let's go over to my character screen and we will go through the characters that I have. We'll leave BD Joe till last. So obviously we have Gus, Gina and Axel. So let's start off with Gus. Gus is a yellow character, and looking at the characteristics, he can be used in the Beyondering. He's a barrage character, as in like he unleashes a nice selection of attacks at the same time. He's a classic character, Sega character. He's a rebel, speedy and city. So all these characteristics are going to be used for the events. Again, we'll go over this in detail in the next video, but let's have a look at his abilities. Let's just give him a bit of a tap first. So he does the does he not do that? No, he doesn't do that pose. He just kind of does, put my hand in my pocket, get my change from my last job. So let's have a look at these abilities that he has. He has Jackpot. Gus makes a risky jump on his taxi. In his taxi, not on his taxi. On his, it'd be absolute chaos if he did that. And it deals between, obviously, when I'm reading these are based on my levels. Yours will be different, obviously. But deals between 279 damage and 845 damage to each enemy. So it's an AoE attack, just a basic AoE attack. Nothing special about Jackpot. So we have his star skill, which is Spare Tire. And Gus gathers his spare tires to fix up his taxi. He deals 407 damage, inflicts stun for 1 turn, and he also gains taunt. So he's got a bit of a tankiness to him, as you can see, having the taunt. So that is Spare Tire. Again, I don't really rate it. I guess having someone that can stun is always good, just to give you that extra turn. So that is nice. And max power is pretty big, pretty significant there. And then his passive is Gambler's Institution. Intuition, sorry. My words just not with me today, but bear with me. Gus makes a bet on identifying the enemy's weakest link. When an ally makes a match 5 or greater, inflicts 15% vulnerable on a random enemy for 3 turns. So essentially, if you get 5 or more gems matched, you will have a vulnerable enemy that you can attack. So I guess this is where he gets his barrage saying from. because of this particular attack. Overall, with Gus being a rare character, I've not really seen a way to fit him into the team. We will roll with the 3 out of the 4 characters in a minute on a Beyondering stage to see how they work together. But Gus as a whole, not much to really say about him. I think he's probably the weakest out of the 4 characters. But if we go over to Gina, however you want to pronounce it, I absolutely beasted her straight to the 1 blue star, which is 6 stars if you want to go through numbers, or if you just want to call them 1 blue star. But she obviously had, was it double damage during the BB event, and that really helped me get 3rd place, I think, in that event, which was nice. And again, she is a barrage character, and I've used her a lot, so I got some experience, but we'll go through the attacks as and when we do right now. Crazy Drift, which is her max skill. She rushes into battle, skidding into the enemy team, deals damage to each enemy, and deals extra damage if she has a instance of boosted, which is a buff which creates you to have a better attack, stronger attack. The more stacks you have of that, the stronger your attack, which kind of ties into her tune-up star skill. Gina makes upgrades, makes repairs and upgrades to a taxi. She spends 5 coins and she gains the boosted stack. If the team has fewer than 5 coins, you gain 5 coins instead. So essentially, you got the coins, she'll get the boosted stack. If not, she'll have to wait until the next time you do the star skill. And she also she heals herself as well, so which is pretty nice. And if we look at her passive, she collects a steady stream of cash from a taxi. Whenever you make a blue match without a star tile, you gain 1 coin, and you deal extra damage with each stack of boosted that you have. So she really relies on her boosted, which really relies on coins, and relying on herself without anyone that can provide coins for your team, you're going to be wanting to look at the longer battles with like 6 rounds or something along those lines, or some kind of, you know, long-winded battle. You don't want it for the 1 or 2 rounds or the 1 rounds, unless it's a real grind and you're really against tanky enemies and you can really build her up to barrage them, I guess you could say. But apart from that, she's useful for the longer rounds, and it will lead perfectly into this next character because these two work very well together, and that is Axel. He was available as a prize in the Beep Beep event. Let me know if you use him, how you're finding him. But he is an epic character, and he is obviously the green gem, a hero, I guess you could say. And his max skill is, here we go. Axel finally makes it to his destination, not forgetting to collect his fare, deals physical damage to each enemy, and bonus damage to whoever you're targeting. So it's an AoE attack, doing less damage to the rest of the peeps that you're going against, and it collects 2 coins from each enemy. So this is where it comes in, because he's going to be collecting 2 coins from each enemy that he hits. So if there's 4 enemies, that's 8 coins, and then Gina can use that when she has a star skill. Throw a beat into the mix where he can make the green and blue star tiles. You've probably got a nice little team going. Maybe that's something that we can do without having BD Joe. We'll have a look at that in just a second, actually. But his star skill is Here's Your Stop. It deals just a physical damage, and everyone else gets 2 mana, which is nice, which is very nice, because you can be charging beat back up to use his star skill, his mana skill, sorry, to recharge the stars on the board, and etc. You'll see this. Well, this is what we're going to try out. And obviously his passive is hot tempered. Sorry, my words are all over. It all started with me not being able to say crazy taxi characters. But hot-tempered. Axel's wild personality makes him quick to excite or anger, a trait he can maybe use to his advantage. Axel's matches and skills deal bonus damage to anyone that has more than half health, so that is nice if you wanted to kind of really run down some tankier enemies. And then obviously we have BD Joe himself. I don't think anyone has BD Joe, but as I'm talking through this, you'll see these attacks in action, except obviously the passive, because it doesn't have any kind of animation. But his first one is Taxi Tricks. BD Joe swerves into battle, striking his enemies with finesse, deals 81 physical damage to each enemy and destroys a row, creates a random non-red star tile for each red tile destroyed. So essentially, destroy a row, say there's 3 red tiles in there, you're going to create 3 red star tiles, which is nice, which is obviously going to be building up his star ability, which is Let's Ride, and he takes an ally on a crazy journey, restores health to a random ally, and then that ally activates their star skill. So again, this really, like, BD Joe, Axel and Gina can really have a nice little combo going. I don't know what yellow you want to throw in there, maybe Joe from Shinobi, or I don't know, Cream. I don't know if anyone uses Cream, but you know, trying to really get a good mix and mash of teams going. And then his passive is he can make anyone's day with the crowd pleaser. His team gains 3 as a base stat, 3 bonus critical hit chance at the start of the battle. So maybe using Joe would be nice because he'll get that critical chance, critical strike, and you know, it's quite a hard hitter, so that could be a team right there. But there are the crazy taxi characters, some unique abilities, some new buffs that we've got there with the boosted. And let's go in to the Beyondering. I don't know what stage I'm going to pick, but let's go to, I don't know, Beyondering stage. I want some shadow, so we'll do this. Stage 23. We'll fight. So we'll use Gina, we'll use Beat, we'll use Axel, and we will use Gus. Let's see them in action. I don't think Gus is really going to gain anything out of this. It's all about Gina and Axel and Beat. I guess my strategy is going into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up. This might be an easy battle. Maybe I should go for something a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to build Beat's mana skill. That is my aim at the moment. Let's build up Axel as well, I guess. Is there any kind of matches I can get? Not really going to use Gus, if I'm honest. I really don't rate Gus, but we can do that to kind of give him some kind of love. Oh, there we go. We'll use his star skill, spare tile. There we go. He's got this. It's been stunned, but boom. He's not stunned anymore. So we use that for Gina, which is nice. I think this is good. I might have to go into a harder stage. But we'll use Beat, create some star tiles. And then what we can do... Oh, I really want to use Axel's. Here we go. This will do. So we'll use Axel's. Here's your stop. Which... I forgot, what does that do? Oh yeah, adds mana to the other characters. So we can now use... I don't want to use Gina yet. I want to use Axel's. Here we go. Boom. Does that. We'll get some coins, which is nice. 10 coins right there. And then if we use Gina, Crazy Drift, and she'll get... Oh no. Why did I use Crazy Drift? I need to use a star ability. So we need to try and get some blues close to each other here. There we go. Tune up. She does it. She gets the boosted stat because we've got more than enough coins. If we can get some more blues down this bottom right corner, we can well and truly get another stack of boosted, which is nice. But we've got Lassic here in unleashing some debuffs. So we'll do this little chain here, so we can do another tune up. So she's got another stack of boosted, which is nice. We'll get Axel up a little bit more. Oh, I wanted to see her boosted in action. But you can see the gist where I'm going with it. We'll quickly go into the latest stage that I'm doing, stage 40. This may be a bit of a flop, but we'll roll with it and see what we can do. It's just the one stage, so I think we may perish at these guys' feet. But we'll build up Axel and Beat for the time being. Definitely want to build up Beat so he can heal. And we want Axel so we can add mana to help out Beat. Alright, Axel's gone. Axel, he's out of there. But we can't. So is Gus. So it's. Oh dear. So we'll grab some coins using that. I've got 6 coins now. I don't think we're prepared for this. No, absolutely annihilated here. I don't think we're gonna do it, guys. I don't think we're gonna do it. No, I don't think we'll do it. I've really not. I got this move over here. I guess it's not really gonna do anything though. Because he's got that. I'll tell you what. Retreat. We'll go and do stage 30. We'll take it back a notch. See how we do here. And hopefully we can right, build up Beat as much as we can. Beat and Axel, build them up. We might as well do a bit of Gina, a bit of Beat. We'll get there. We'll get there. A bit of Axel. Got nothing there. Do some rallying. Good old rally. Poor old Gus. I have no way to utilise him whatsoever at the moment. Right, so we're going to get Beat's ability now, which is nice. Theatre of Sound. Use that. So we've done that, added mana to everyone, which is nice. We'll use Here We Go. Get us some coins. So we've got plenty of coins to now then use this tune-up to get the boosted stack, which is nice. What else can we do? Can we try and build up Beat a little bit more? What I want to do is I want to get that star tile on the right there for Gina, but I've got no way of probably getting any blues over there at the moment. No, nothing whatsoever. So we'll use Crazy Drift. Should do a little bit more damage to the person that we targeted, which they did. There we go, we can do that, which is nice. Axel. We want to get you up. Everyone's been added mana. We use Beat again. This is we got some kind of thing going off on that. I won't use Gina just yet. And, oh, there's no greens for Axel, so we'll do that anyway. Use that again. She should get another stack of boosted. She did. Use Axel's. Here's your stop. Use Here We Go. And then we'll use this again. Now she should have 3 stacks of boosted. Yes, she does. So she should do some pretty decent attack to that. There we go, look, 8,000, which is nice, and it builds up further and further. We'll use Tune Up again. Grabbing some coins. I don't think there's anything we can do. We'll use Beat, see if we can get another blue star tile somewhere. We'll use Gus because he's not going to do anything. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks. Get another stack of boosted with Gina. We'll use Axel's. Here's your stop as well. We'll use it again. And then Gina should be able to finish the job off here with Crazy Drift. Very close. Very close. She should finish him off. Boom. There we go. So she can be quite a beast. But it's all about planning, getting them coins. And having Axel by her side definitely helps out a lot. So there we go. A little bit long-winded towards the end. Messing up words here and there. But stay tuned for tomorrow, where we'll have a look at these changes that have been implemented in the update. I'll read the patch notes. Thank you for watching. If you've been playing as Crazy Taxi characters, who's your favourite, who you've been utilising the most, let me know in the comments section below. And until next time, keep on saving everybody from the negative dimension from Dremagen, and I'll catch you on the flip side.